nervous before the wedding? How did things go?
I was nervous. Yes. I mean, I tried to come there. I remember I was filming in Mexico in a jungle. And I was trying to fly up there with my jet to Hannisport and play really cool. Arrived there.
Sure.
Just a little thing that happens this weekend, you know. But the more I got into it, the more nervous I got.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was an experience.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it very much.
I always have. Yeah.
I know.
It's one of those things you never forget. You had a pretty good sized wedding, did you? I mean, a lot of guests.
Oh yes, around 450 or 500 people there.
That's the problem, you see. Did you ever think of eloping? I mean, see, that's not...
No, I didn't think about it, but a lot of people suggested it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quiet, still of the night. You climb, old-fashioned, you climb a ladder up and you'll run
That's
off.
right, you're gone, yeah.
Yeah. The picture now, you just finished. I saw the critics described you as you know, Stallone has got a picture out called Cobra, right? It's been open about, I guess, the same length as your picture, right? They referred to you, some critic, as the thinking man's Stallone. Have you and Stallone talked that over at all, or when you get together, how do you handle that? Are you friends with Stallone at all?
Oh yes, we know each other very well, and he works out in the same gym sometimes than I do, and yeah, we know each other, but we don't hang out together.
You don't have cookouts or
No,
whatever?
none of those things. But I tell you, I was very fortunate, very lucky that we did not put that much violence in our film, and I think this is what the critics really picked up on. It's they liked the humor in the film, and they liked the whole idea of making, you know, a picture that has a certain sense of humor and where you make fun of yourself and you tone down the violence and you don't go that extreme with it. And I think that is what made it work. You know, this is why it was very successful at the box office. And that's why the critics liked it and so on.
I have not seen Cobra yet, but one of the columnists in, I think, Los Angeles paper made a scorecard. I think it's only 90 minutes long. In Cobra I'm talking about. And there were 67 killings in 90 minutes. Now
What's the record?
What?
What's the record?
I don't know, but that's I mean, that's almost outrageous. That in 90 minutes to kill 67 people. I don't quite understand that.
That's why in a raw deal, you know, it's such a good mixture of a great story and it's a good acting, great actors in it, with a great director, and it's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why it does well.
All right. You mentioned working out with the same gym that Stallone works out. Now you do this every day. We've talked about this before. You've got to keep pumping the iron fairly regularly.
Oh yeah, I work it every day in the morning.
How long?
I work it an hour a day in the morning, and I run at night or go bicycle riding and stuff like that. But when you go on location, like I just finished a film called Predator in Mexico, and it was very tough because we worked around 14 hours a day in a jungle. It was really high humidity. It was very hot, and I really got dehydrated there because it was just too much working out in the morning at 5 in the morning. Then coming home at night around 8 and then going running and trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, where's your energy? It does not require a tremendous amount of discipline. Lots of people get on an exercise program and they're great for the first 4 or 5 weeks, you know, and then they don't.
It's just so much part of my life, you know. I mean, I was training and involved in sports when I was a little kid, and my father was always disciplining us and training every day and exercising. So I couldn't imagine to get up and not go to the gym. It's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or going to bed. You know?
What's the myth about, they say, well, if bodybuilders quit working out, they collapse. You hear that, you know, say they work up the muscles, but if they stop, you ever thought what would happen if you just give it up? And
well, first of all, I've never thought about it, but and second of all, I've never stopped working out, so I couldn't tell you. But one day when I come in here with 100-pound body weight, then you know. I stopped working out, maybe. No, I don't think that happens because I see guys like Chuck LaLanne and.
Well, you just got married. You just got married now. Do you exercise on your honeymoon? I mean, when
I exercised in my honeymoon. As a matter of fact.
Come on. Hey, come on. Man's got to do what he's got to do. Come on. No, I didn't mean it that way, but you still. And you travel with the gym wherever you go.
It was funny because we made a reservation at a certain hotel, and they put our room where I stayed was right above a gymnasium. And so I think the guy thought I would be working out every day, which I did, and
Yeah.
I still worked out because I was right in the middle of filming.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to Mexico, still being in shape, and not worn out
Right.
by Maria, you know.
Do you have to register your head as an offensive weapon? I mean, I guess guys do that in that kind of combat, right?
It's a very tricky thing to do fight scenes in the film because everything is quite different than in reality.
Right.
You have to do much bigger movements.
Did you ever catch one when you're not supposed to?
Oh yes, I mean you get hurt in those fight scenes all the time, you know, and so you just have to watch and work it out and rehearse and choreograph the fight scenes very well. But the stuntmen are really well trained for those things. Yes.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Take a break. Michael Amar is with us in just a moment.